Hi guys, so today we'll be making our own homemade seitan. This recipe is so easy. So this is basically what the seitan will look like once you are done cooking it. This is the texture of it. It is so juicy. I'm going to break it apart with one of my hands so you guys can see the inside. This seitan is my now go-to. The texture is perfect. The flavor is amazing. So this is what you'll need: gluten, some liquid amino, spike seasoning you can buy on Thrive Market, some molasses, onion powder, garlic powder, and a vegetable bouillon cube, and a bowl, obviously, to mix your gluten together in a big pot with 3 quarts of water to boil everything. You're going to need this. Now for our water, you're just going to add 2 bouillon cubes, 3 to 4 tablespoons of molasses, and 3 tablespoons of liquid amino, and 2 tablespoons of oil. You're just going to add all of this to your water. Now this is what's going to give it all its flavor. It's going to absorb all of this flavor, so make sure to season your water. You can taste it as you go. Now that sounds weird, but it will help you determine the flavor you'll get. Yes. Then you're going to add in your seasonings. I added in paprika, some garlic powder, and salt, and chives. Now we're going to make our gluten, so you just need your seasoning, your water, and you're just going to put all of this together in the bowl. I used a half a pack of the gluten. So now we're going to mix our gluten together. So I'm going to gradually add in the water, and then you're just going to mix this together until it becomes nice and thick. So yeah, just add water gradually and mix like so. Now this is a really cool thing. Like, I was so excited and happy watching it transform from this flour consistency to this thick, kind of mushy, that sounds weird, to this thick, substance. And it's amazing what you can do with food, especially vegan food. So I'm just going to add more water. Then you're going to add the water gradually because you don't want to put too much in, but you want to watch because you don't want it to be too mushy either. But you'll know. And yeah, I'm just going to keep adding water, guys. Get all that gluten off that wooden spoon. And yeah, I started using my hands to kind of mix it together better. Yeah, so it'll start to get this nice consistency, and just keep adding water. You want all the flour to come off the sides. Yeah, so keep adding water. And again, this is only a half a pack of gluten flour. It is not the full pack. So it's about 2 cups of gluten flour. But you can make the whole rest. You make the whole bag if you'd like. It'd be a large portion. So yeah, just keep adding that water and pulling the gluten off the sides. And adding the water gradually allows you to see the consistency. It's pretty cool. So now it is basically done. You can see the consistency. It's so cool. Yeah, so I'm just going to knead a little bit. And there goes my seitan, basically. My sponge. And look at how spongy this is. It's so cool. And I'm just going to knead a little bit for about a minute or so, because I've kneaded a little bit while I was in the container. So you're just going to knead this together, make sure the seasonings are all well distributed, not contributed, well distributed throughout. And we're going to cut it. So I'm just going to knead a little bit more. And now we're going to cut it. Now you can make bite-sized. This knife wasn't working for me, it wasn't strong enough. But you can make 2 different sizes, and I'll show you 2 different styles. So you can make big chunky pieces, which you can use for seitan steaks, seitan burgers. And honestly, I was just pulling it apart. You can make little pieces, which I use for my seitan wings now, which are delicious. And this is basically what the little pieces look like. You make them really small. The smaller the better, because these will absorb all of it. And this is basically what it looks like, guys. These are my little wings. And over here is my water that's been boiling. So you're just going to add this to your water once it starts boiling. And yeah, those are the little pieces. Now remember the size of these guys. Remember how small they are. Look at how small they are. You're just going to stir this around a little bit, and then you're going to cover it with a top on medium-high heat. And once it starts to boil, it will start to look like this. And look at how big they've gotten already. This is only a couple minutes. I'm going to turn it down to medium heat and cover it. And it will steam. So we're going to check on it to see what's going on. And look at how it's doubled in size already. Like, it's getting so big, and it's amazing. It's absorbing all of those juices in the pan. Look at how big that piece is. I know it's a little steamy because of my seitan, but look at how big that piece is. It's just like, what? And remember, that was like half its size. So yeah, you're just gonna let this cook for about an hour. And once it's done, you're gonna drain it. I couldn't show you guys because my camera stand wasn't working. But this is what it looks like, guys, after it's all done. You're going to drain, save the liquid. You can use it for sauteing. I use the liquid to make broths or sauce. It's really good liquid. It tastes amazing. So don't throw the liquid away. But yeah, don't throw the liquid away. And you got all of this seitan out of a half a bag. And it's basically half the pot filled. Then I'm going to store mine in a container. You can also make seitan wings, which I did, and yeah, that's basically it, guys. I've used this to make my maple syrup, my maple sausage, and also my barbecue wings. Thanks for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and see you in the next video.